you're watching this from Vancouver or the GTA, you probably know the feeling. You finish work at 5, and you're still inching through traffic at 6, wondering why your whole life happens inside your car. How much time are you losing every day just sitting in traffic? If you're moving to Prince George, or even just thinking about it, commute time is usually one of the first questions people ask me. And the good news is that this is one of the biggest advantages of living in Prince George. Local relocation guides and city marketing often call Prince George a 15-minute city, where you can drive pretty much anywhere in about 15 minutes. And it's true. The average commute sits right around that mark. Compare that with national data showing average commutes in the mid-20 minutes and 30-plus minutes in big centers like Vancouver and Toronto, and you start to see how different life feels here. In this video, I'm going to break down what the Prince George commute actually looks like, how the 15-minute city plays out in real life, where the true rush hour pinch points are, and how all of that adds up to what we call time wealth. By the end, you'll know exactly what to expect when it comes to traffic in Prince George and whether the commute here fits the lifestyle that you want. So let's dive in to how Prince George commute can give you real time wealth back in your day. If you're watching this from the Lower Mainland or Ontario, you probably don't need me to explain commute pain. Recent StatCan data shows average commute times around 31 minutes in Metro Vancouver and almost 35 minutes in Toronto. And that's the average, not the worst days. Add in delays, accidents, rain, snow, and transit issues, and it's easy to lose 1 or even 2 hours every day just getting to and from work. That's time you're not spending with your kids, at the gym, on the lake, or just making dinner without feeling rushed. If you're feeling time poor right now, you're not imagining it. The data backs it up. Now let's flip that and talk about Prince George. City and relocation materials still make the same point. It's roughly a 15-minute drive to anywhere in town, with an average one-way commute of about 15 minutes or a 30-minute round trip. A recent national real estate data snapshot backs that up, putting the average commute at about 17 minutes, with most people driving rather than relying on long transit commutes. So what does that look like in real life? From College Heights to most jobs in the Bowl or downtown, you're often in that 10 to 15-minute range. From Heritage into downtown or the hospital, about 8 to 10 minutes in normal conditions. Even from the outer areas, parts of the heart, or out towards Beaverley in the west, you're still usually well under 25 to 30 minutes unless there's construction or something unexpected. Compared to the Canadian average commute of about 26 minutes and the 30-plus minute norms in big cities, Prince George really does function like a 15-minute city for most everyday trips. Here's where this becomes more than just a nice number. If your current round-trip commute in a big city is 60 to 90 minutes, and you move to Prince George and that round trip drops to 30 minutes or less, you've just gained 30 to 60 minutes every weekday. Over a week, that's 2.5 to 5 extra hours. Over a year, that's well over 100 extra hours. Basically, a few extra weeks of free time. That's what we call time wealth. What can you actually do with that time wealth? Well, you can finish work at 5, be home by 5:10, and be on a paddleboard at Westlake or Nestlake by 5:30 or shortly after. You can pick up your kids, make dinner without rushing, and still have energy for a walk in 𝘰𝘰𝘬𝘧 Memorial Park. You could swap podcast and traffic for a workout, a hobby, or actual quality time. It's still living in real city with real amenities, just without having your life anchored to the dashboard clock. Now, let's keep the trust high. Let's talk about the honest nuance. Is Prince George completely free of traffic? No, of course not. It's still a regional hub with highways, industry, and 2 rivers to cross. You'll notice busier pockets at the classic rush hour times, school start in the morning and school end, plus roughly 8 to 9 a.m. and 5 to 4 p.m. Local discussions and traffic updates point to a few consistent pinch points. The Highway 97 river crossings to the bridges, especially the John Hart Bridge. When there are lane closures or construction, that's when you'll see longer lines backing up. There are also the main commercial corridors like 15th Ave at Highway 97, where traffic volumes spike at peak times. And for Hart residents, the John Hart Highway route can bunch up when something unusual happens on the bridge or at key intersections. But on a normal day, even rush hour here usually just means that you're slowed down a bit, not stuck for an extra 45 minutes. You might add 5 to 10 minutes to your drive, not double it. Instead of I left at 5 and got home at 6:15, it's more like I left at 5 and got home at 5:20. So what's the verdict on commute times in Prince George? For most people, relocating from big Canadian cities, it's a massive lifestyle upgrade. You go from planning your life around traffic to planning it around the activities you actually care about. You go from being time poor to having real-time wealth. Hours back every week to invest into your health, into your family, and into your hobbies. you still get the urban amenities of Prince George, restaurants, shopping, and events without giving up your evenings to the highway. Is there some traffic at rush hour and on the main river crossings? Absolutely. And as a local realtor, I'll tell you exactly which routes tend to slow down. But if you're used to 60 to 90 minute big city commutes, the 15-minute city reality here feels like an entirely different life. If commute time is a big part of why you're relocating to Prince George, then choosing the right neighborhood is key. Some areas will give you a 5 to 10 minute commute, while others might be closer to 20 or 30 minutes. That's exactly the kind of nuance you want to understand before you buy. I hope this deep dive gave you the straight, local insight you need to feel secure and supported in your next decision. If you found value here, please share this with a friend who's also considering a move, or tell me what Prince George topic I should tackle next. The easiest way to connect is to call, text, or email. All the details are on the screen. Make sure you tap that subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss the next deep dive. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.